Elizabeth Holmes lowered her voice an entire octave for every public appearance. On purpose. The baritone was as manufactured as the machine.
She trained herself to speak below her natural register to project authority. She wore a black turtleneck in every appearance because Steve Jobs wore a black turtleneck. She dropped out of Stanford at 19 and immediately positioned it as visionary sacrifice.
She built a character and then raised $9 billion in funding for that character.
Her board included Henry Kissinger, 2 former secretaries of state, 2 former secretaries of defense, and a former Senate majority leader. Not one doctor, not one laboratory scientist, not one person who could evaluate a blood test.
She surrounded herself with political prestige specifically because they couldn't check her work.
A machine called the Edison was a black box. Employees weren't allowed to see inside it. When a lab director raised concerns about accuracy, he was asked to resign. The tests were actually being run on standard machines made by Siemens and Roche, with relabeled results.
Real patients were getting these results as medical decisions.
One patient was told they had HIV. They didn't. Another patient's cancer test came back negative. It wasn't. These were people making life decisions based on fabricated results.
That stops being a startup story and becomes something else entirely.
John Carreyrou at the Wall Street Journal spent 2 years investigating. His 2015 expose unraveled everything. Holmes was convicted on 4 counts of fraud, sentenced to 11 years and 3 months. Balwani received 13 years.
The board members who provided the credibility and never checked a single result, are they victims or accomplices? One word in the comments.